Hello, I'm Chris from the Brothers Brick. Today we're looking at the LEGO Ideas set Voltron, number 21311. This set retails for $179.99 and will be available August 1st or July 23rd for LEGO VIP members. The set is pretty big. It's about the same size as the Saturn V from LEGO Ideas. On the front we can see that Voltron is a giant robot. If you're familiar with the 1980s TV series, you'll be sure to recognize him. And he also transforms into 5 lions. There are 6 instruction manuals in Voltron, one for each of the lions. So we've got the yellow, the blue, the black, the red, the green, a larger manual that has instructions for Voltron's accessories, as well as the instruction manual for putting Voltron together, how you assemble him from the various lions. In this manual we have a little bit of background about Voltron, as well as some things about the characters who pilot the lions. There's also a bit about the fan designer, as well as a bit about the LEGO designers and the process it took for them to get Voltron to assemble and disassemble while still being structurally stable. Interestingly, this is the first instruction manual to actually call out the instruction designer. We've never seen that before in a LEGO set. Let's take a look at the lions now. First up we have the black lion. He's the biggest of the lot. He's pretty stocky, not a whole lot of posability here. He has a short tail and immobile back legs except for the small foot. The front legs bend a little bit, but not a lot of motion there. His head, of course, does turn because that will make Voltron's head later. Next up we have the blue and the yellow lions. They're a bit smaller than the black lion, and they're not quite the same, although the main part of the body is built the same. They have a long skinny tail, and their legs have a little bit more posability. They turn at the shoulders, as well as having joints partway down. One thing that I didn't like about them is that the hind legs are facing the wrong direction. On a creature like this, they should point forward, called digitigrade legs, and these ones point backwards, kind of like a human leg. Fortunately, you can do a quick swap of the legs to fix that problem without adding any additional parts. Finally, we have the green and the red lion. These guys are the smallest of the lot, and they have much skinnier legs. They have the same range of motion as the blue and yellow lions, and their bodies turn in the middle, as well as their heads turn from side to side. It's only side-to-side motion, there's no up and down. Finally, we have Voltron's accessories. We have his sword and his shield, which are of course appropriately sized to a giant robot. Let's go ahead and take a look now at how the lions transform into Voltron. We'll start with the black lion. The first thing that we'll do is we'll fold out the wings. Then we'll fold in the tail. Now all 4 of the limbs actually come off. So let's start by removing the back limbs, and then we can reattach them at a new angle. And then we'll straighten the feet, and then we'll fold in the front legs. Now the front legs will take off and reverse. Then we'll do the same to the other side. Now we can fold the head down. There's Voltron's face. And now we'll fold the helmet down and fold the horns out. So that's the black lion ready to go. Let's take a look at the other lions. The blue lion folds up. Just like this. And then the tail folds in. And then we'll set him aside while we take care of the yellow lion. And then fold the tail in. Rotate all the legs up. Now we can transform them into the feet. Go all the way until they click. And there's Voltron's legs. Now let's take a look at the last 2 lions. These guys are pretty easy. All you do is fold the legs in and fold them up. we'll do the same to the other line. And now they're ready to go. Now for assembling Voltron, we'll come back to the black line. And his leg sockets straight into the yellow line. Push that all the way until it clicks. And then we do the same on the other side. Push that all the way until it clicks. Now the lions, the small lions, have pins here that fit right into the shoulders. So you simply align those. And then we can fold the tail down. And we do the same on the other side. And there's Voltron. Now we can give him his weapons. The sword we'll just pull apart right there. Take that Technic pin out. And then we attach that into his hand. And the shield just has a Technic pin on the back, so we can attach that easily straight in. And there's Voltron. He's really quite sturdy, he doesn't tip over too easily. And on the bottoms of his feet he has rubber tires so that he grips the table a little bit and doesn't slide around as easily. Let's take a look at the scale of him next to a minifigure. He is smaller than minifigure scale, but as you can see, he easily dwarfs a minifigure. One thing that I would have liked to have seen is for LEGO to include the 5 pilot minifigures. Unfortunately, they didn't. Even though he's not the right scale for minifigure size, that would have been cool. A lot like the Star Wars UCS sets, which include a minifigure even though they're not the right scale. Overall, it's very impressive that LEGO has designed a robot this sturdy that still has the transforming ability to come apart into the 5 lions. It's a pretty impressive feat of engineering that even most fan designers can't do with an unlimited budget, much less keeping it under $200 like this set. The set, even as a parts pack, is pretty good. There's a lot of really cool parts in it. Lots of silver elements on the shield, on the center of the chest, on each of the heads of the lions there's a bit of silver, as well as some interesting parts like gold tools. This is a lug wrench here in the middle, and even though you use only the lug wrench for the crest in the center of his chest, it comes with the full pack of tools, which is a really cool feature to get some bonus tools in there. There's a lot of variety of colors. Obviously you have the 5 lions with their various colors, as well as a lot of gray and black, and even a bit of white, particularly on the black lion. There's also a lot of printed elements, including a little technical detail on each of the 4 lion shoulders. The largest black lion does not have that, but that makes 16 of the element total, which is a silver printing on a gray element. And then of course Voltron's mouth is printed on a 3x1 double inverted slope, which is a part that's never before been printed. And then there's a shield tile on the top of Voltron's head, which is also a print. The 4 numbers on the lions, such as the 3 on the green lion here, are all stickers. Now LEGO says in the instructions, they call that out specifically, that they use stickers there so that you could change the number placement on the 4 lions, because in all of the episodes of the show, the numbers weren't always on the same lions. It's an impressive feat of engineering to be able to have 5 individual models that come together into a very sturdy single model. It is quite strong. You can easily pick him up with one hand and he doesn't fall apart. The arms are also very strong with a geared joint so that he can easily hold his arm outstretched. Overall, I recommend this set if you're a fan of the show or just like really cool LEGO models with lots of interesting techniques and ways to figure out how to build sturdier models. You can probably learn a lot from this set.